G'day guys and welcome back to the Saints VD channel for standing content for our transfer window roundup. I thought it would be worthwhile getting some sort of reaction out as the transfer window is now shut. And my thoughts on it really. Before we get into it, of course, this video is kindly sponsored by the guys over at Pitch Sports, so make sure you've checked out that app if you haven't yet already. Follow us on our socials, and if you haven't yet already, subscribe. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, so the sooner we get there, the better. Right. My instant thoughts on the transfer window for Saints, just a bit of a shambles really. We didn't have any expectations of the window. We were told no one was really going to come in. Maybe one or two players would go out on loan, but nothing major. But in the end, it's been a bit busy, especially yesterday. Staying up, I tried to stay up for all the announcements, but just couldn't hack it. In the end, I think they were all announced at like 1 a.m. But anyway, yeah. Focusing on the incoming, the only signing we've made this window, and we've signed an attacking midfielder, probably the area of the pitch that we have the most players available. Minamino's come in on loan from Liverpool. On paper, it's a good signing, I think. He struggled at Liverpool, but at Salzburg, he was looking great. That's obviously why Liverpool paid the money for him in the end. That performance he had at Anfield in the Champions League when he was playing for Salzburg, I think historically will be seen as the game that made Liverpool buy him in the end. And yeah, it hasn't worked out for him in England yet, but we play the exact same formation as RB Salzburg. I guess with Ralph's connections to another Red Bull club. Ralph's obviously connections to Klopp and their similarities. It makes sense, but again, given the fact that he's the only player we've signed and he's an attacking midfielder, I'm a bit mixed on it. Obviously, we've been struggling to score goals of late, so he might help in that department, but I don't even know if he'll be a regular starter. So he's coming on loan. Is no option to buy. We'll just see how it goes, but yeah, he can only exceed my expectations, really. And then in terms of the outgoings, it all looked really quiet until sort of middle of last week when Jake Vokins went up to Sunderland after playing against Arsenal. Obviously, he proved that he's not ready to be our backup left-back yet, which I was always a bit torn on. I like Vokins. I think at the moment he probably should be our second choice, but yeah, he didn't have a good game against Arsenal, but that's one performance. I thought he played well against Shrewsbury. So, look, he needs experience, but I just don't understand why we didn't do this at the beginning of the season if we felt like he wasn't ready to be our backup Premier League left-back. So, not really sure about that one, but he's gone up to Sunderland. Hope, he can do well in League One, maybe get a promotion in there. And then Jan Valery, also our backup right-back, so on the other flank, has gone on loan to Birmingham. So we've basically sent out our second choice fullbacks on loan. I don't really see why we've done it. I understand that Ralph doesn't rate Valery. It was very clear to see given the fact that he didn't start him against Villa with Walker-Peters injured. Obviously, Kyle Walker-Peters, Ralph said, will be back in a week or two. So it's not that deep, but we have one fit fullback going into the Man United game tonight, which it's a major concern. We've shot ourselves in the foot here. I just don't see the point of it. If we want Valery to go out and get experience, why didn't we do it at the beginning of the season, or why didn't we wait until summer? I just feel like even if Ralph doesn't rate him, it's worthwhile having a natural fullback in there for cover. Obviously, Bertrand's been decent in terms of fitness. Really, his whole Saints career, very rarely injured. So he's a reliable player in that sense. Walker-Peters, this is his first injury. And of course, it's not major, so hopefully he'll be back for the Wolves Cup game. But that doesn't really matter because we can't predict what's going to happen. We've seen how many injuries we've gotten over the last month or two. You can't call it. So why we've done it? I mean, I understand why we've done it. I don't see the logic. I just would, if it was me. Obviously, I'm not a manager. I don't run a football club. I'm not a CEO or anything like that. But I'm just a bit baffled. Obviously, it gives the opportunity for some other players to come in, maybe from the academy as well. So, look, I'm all for that. And if they're decent, then it's a bonus. But right now, I think we've left ourselves really, really thin. We've gone into a transfer. We've come out of the transfer window weaker, in my opinion, than how we came into it. Even with the Minamino signing, which kind of emphasises it. And then Shane Long was the other player to go out on loan. I think this one makes sense. He hasn't been playing. He's not been good enough at all this season. When he's come off the bench, it's kind of been a wasted substitution, really. And look, he signed that 2-year contract thinking he'd be getting minutes. He hasn't gotten minutes. I'm not surprised that he's not been playing because Shane and Ings have been doing so well together. But I think a good level championship club is probably what he needed. Definitely a loan as well. I don't think selling him would have been the right call just of yet. So, look, all the best at Bournemouth for him. It's probably a good move personally as well. Doesn't have to relocate. He's still going to be able to stay in the same area wherever he lives. It's not that much further down the south coast. So, look, I wish him all the best and I hope he can do well. Whether he can get Bournemouth promoted or not, that's a different thing. We'll see about that. But, yeah, if he can get back on the score sheet down in the Championship, that'd be massive for him. And worthwhile for us, I guess. So all in all, rating the transfer window, I think a 5 is quite generous. I don't know. I think Minamino's a high caliber signing in the sense he's come from Liverpool. So I'll give it a 5, but I really think we've shot ourselves in the foot here. We've thinned out the squad even more whilst it's been, it was already ridiculously thin. So we'll obviously have to see. I think the idea is that with Vestergaard coming back soon, Stevens is a player who can cover a fullback spot. It's all just really kind of clutching at straws, really, just using scraps, if anything. And it's not really filled me with much optimism. I didn't have any expectations for the window, but I've kind of come out of it a little bit deflated. I hope Minamino can hit the ground running. He'll probably play at Newcastle, won't play tonight, obviously. So yeah, we'll have to see. But let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the window. How much do you rate it out of 10? If you have enjoyed the video, leave it a like. Subscribe if you haven't yet already. Follow us on our socials, and we'll see you after the game tonight for hopefully a review after 3 big points. Let's see. Take it easy, guys.